Well, people say the future is unpredictable, and you plan A and God gives you B. Such is the nature of life, and it definitely makes life much more interesting. So this time around, superstar Rajinikanth has come out with a shocker announcement saying that discussions are ongoing for a film called Neelambari, aka Padayappa Part 2, in which he mentions that Neelambari did say that in another birth she will come back to confront him. So it's possible that it's a literal new world with just the spirit of Neelambari maybe inhabiting a girl, and Padayappa being a kind of another person literally, right? And sort of seeing how things play out there. Well, actually, although of course Superstar himself is a great draw for any movie, but having a strong antagonist, strong villain is also a big key in the film's success. If you see all Superstar's legendary films, they had very like a strong antagonist. If you go way back in Mortal Color, it was Jay Shankar, right? Hero turned villain. He gave a powerhouse performance. And then if you go to the more recent ones like Basha with Raghuvaran's impeccable work as Anthony, and then the more recent Jailer with Varman really kicking ass, right? So strong villains are always so essential for, and not only Rajini movies, any movies for that matter. You Batman versus Joker as an example, right? So this Neelambari is so strong, apparently rejected by Aishwarya Rai herself. Okay, go figure. Well, she seemed to prefer dancing like in Indiran and in such roles. Anyway, going back to the main topic. Everybody was thinking a couple of years ago that Rajini is going to join politics and maybe retire and so on and so forth. I think this is the last, if you ask any astrologer to predict, this might have been the last thing that they predict, that superstar at this age will be going on a rampage with signing films back to back like a 20-year-old hero. We are delirious, right? Of course, fans are furiously happy, and with the advent of AI and so on, they can refine the characters and all as well. For example, the de-aging, all these technologies there to make a good movie. The problem now is the technology and tools have vastly improved compared to 1980s. However, the skill set and the motivation of the technician, especially directors in Tamil industry, is very, very poor, unfortunately. You got all the technical tools, you got big money coming in, you got everything you can ask for, but yet you are making poor films, right? So cough cough coolie and cough adate and cough all the other things. Okay, so everybody's excited, and we always had a soft spot for K.S. Ravi Kumar because he's a man of integrity. He stood by superstar for in many situations. He helped to guide superstar's daughters in making the Conchalayan film. Of course, superstar's daughters' roles in getting involved in Rajini's career trajectory has been always been a constant criticism among segment of Rajini fans because whatever they get involved in seems to become like a bit underwhelming. We saw Lal Salam, we saw Kochadayan, we saw all the things that they got involved in. So maybe the reason is because they are nepo kids and they might have some difficulty getting the polish in what they're doing, right? But anyway, back to the main topic. So the Rajini himself says the discussions are going on, so we can be pretty confident that things are on the move. And Jailer 2, after that, the parking director's story, Ram Kumar, is it? That seems to be a strong contender for Rajini's next film. So most likely Talavar 174 could be Neelambari, and if that does well, then we shouldn't be surprised, together with AI all coming in, that they want to bring back all the iconic villains and give fans a new way of entertainment, especially for the Gen Z kids, where you can see the Rajini Raghuvaran battle in a new way in Basha 2, for example. Although Basha was said to there would never be a part 2 for Basha 2, but as we all are aware, never say never. In the beginning of this video, I said Superstar wanted to go do politics, not acting, and Kamal claimed that he will never ever go into politics. He always will be in acting, but the roles are kind of reversed nowadays. And so I don't know what you all think. Do you all encourage this? Want to see this, or do you all think that Superstar should keep exploring fresh new stories, new way of doing things, like for example Mammootty in the Mollywood or Malayalam film industry? So I would say, why not both, Jif, right? Because you can do one movie that is like very experimental and stylish, lower budget perhaps, right? And another one where you really go blockbuster. franchise and whatnot. So I think that would be a cool way to do things. And the directors have to be very clear. They should not muddle things too much with their vision versus what Rajini is about, or be too over greedy in the messaging. For example, Vetain had a decent potential at being a good movie, a good drama, like a courtroom drama, like A Few Good Men in Hollywood. But the director was confused how to give the mass entry for Rajini. He watered down the potential confrontation between Amitabh and Rajini. The cat and mouse game would have been awesome, but he because of their good relations and all, he tried to make it like a very brief skirmish, and then suddenly Rajini becomes Amitabh's Sisha, something like that. So Vetain was a good example of an opportunity given to a director, in which in the interview he himself said Rajini told him, you make the movie the way you want it, that's why I'm coming to join you, otherwise I'll go and find a commercial director. So I think how to say the director sort of stumbled there. He had the opportunity, but he had some difficulty bringing it together. That's why sometimes big heroes like to go with senior directors, because they sort of know how to blend everything and serve it to the public. So hope K.S. Ravi Kumar is still maintaining his wit and has not slight slid down like Shankar and Maniratnam. But if Rajini is running on all full steam, he could even rehabilitate Shankar and Maniratnam, I believe, right? I think one of the biggest reasons why these giants are stumbling is because as they get older, they want to leave the reach to the younger people. They don't get involved so much, but once they do that, the quality just slides down, right? So Maniratnam is full of nepo kid assistant directors. Shankar has lots of young assistant directors, so they should start going to the gym a bit and start getting more aggressively involved in the story discussion. For Jailer especially, because both Nelson and Rajini were down in the doldrums that time, Rajini really got involved in the discussion of the story. Of course, there's rumors also that some senior directors also filtered the script and all that. So when they really make effort, we can see they can deliver good products. Okay, so putting all the 1,000 crore jokes aside, we just want good entertainment to keep all the hardworking population, especially Tamil population, because that's what Kolli is about, happy. So Rajini, hopefully he keeps doing good entertainment to keep the people motivated. Only thing I will say is that drop the cigarette thing if possible, because that children start mimicking that, toddlers start, small kids start doing that, and that's a bad habit. Cigarettes, cancer and all that. So he can use chewing gum like he did in Indiran or whatever like that. So if drinking and smoking is reduced, entertainment quotient pushed up, AI and technology used to bring some of our old classic stars back into the screen, I think Padayappa 2 aka Neelambari should be a very fun watch for everybody involved. We can even see, even like Director P. Vasu, when Rajini is not in the project, you see how he did Chandramukhi too. So Rajini's role, do not underestimate it. Okay, so that is that. Rajini did not direct a movie, but he has done almost everything else. He has produced a movie, he has written like a script sort of, Wally and all that. He has played where he has even sung a song, although he could have sung a lot more and been much better, but he was like sort of very shy about it, right? So he's a truly multi-talented artist. If you guys are looking forward to any other kind of part 2, do suggest in the comment section which part 2 Rajini film since the 1978 he joined Kollywood would you guys want to see having part 2 or part 3 even. Like for example, the Indian franchise could be rejuvenated to part 3 if Shankar really put his heart into it. And even the Rana film K.S. Ravi Kumar with the AI technologies, definitely they can revive it. Also, they think Japanese Army project too.